Hey, y'all. Listen, that show we just watched was lit. It wasn't just lit, it was lit. So we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about this thing. First of all, first things first, housekeeping. Y'all hit that like button for me. Look out for your sister. Y'all know what time it is. I'm going to do everything I can to keep y'all laughing, but y'all got to hit that like button so we can keep on doing this thing that we do. All right? Like the video, please. Subscribe if you have not subscribed. Please make sure, if nothing else, that you share the video if you can. Hit the notification bell. Click like. Click all so that way every time that we go live, you'll know we in here. Also, if you want to join channel membership, the link is in the description box below the video. Be mindful, channel members. Food drive coming up. Information on the community tab. Okay, y'all check that out, as well as the royal arrival, which is the royal baby shower. Okay, so the show is over. Let's get into the mess. But before I do, I gotta greet everybody in the room because I ain't forgot my manners, right? Let me holler at y'all real quick. Morgan's Musings, how you doing? Keisha Hooks, what's up? Hey, beautiful Plum, how you doing? Sasha Lynn, how you? Queena, hey Queena. DT is here. I feel so much better. Here's Egypt Now, the head archangel on staff. Southern Charm is in the building. Bianca Edwards, how you doing, boo? Wani is up in here. Miss Sparkle, y'all, the Mary Kay lady. My good sister, Miss Spiller. Kim D, hey, gorgeous. Juanita, Lel. How you doing up in here? Marilyn McGowan, sis, how are you? Rose Noel, what's up? Yolanda Franklin, how you doing? Glad you made it. Jesse X, hi to you. Erica Webb, hello to you. Tina, there's my Tina, the queen of cheesecakes, y'all. S. Collins, Helene Easley, and my sister Angie out of Miami, how you doing? We got Chanel D. Queen, the beautiful Chanel D. Queen. Selena Lightfoot is up in the building. How you doing? SS, hey, you said you watched early so you could join the chat. I'm so glad you did. Hey, Deandra O'Neill, how you doing? Tasha Renee, what's good? All right. Listen, I'm so glad y'all here. I'm going to try to hit everybody. If I miss them, y'all holler at them for me. Auntie Eva, Barbara Parker, how you doing? Takesha Pickens, how are you? Red Label, in the building. What's going on, Red Label? And Andrew Mack. Now I feel like the party's complete. There is Sassy Girl. How you doing, sis? Miss G, good to see you. All right. Golden Life, good to see you. Listen, y'all, we got to dig in. Marva, Naturally Nakaya, how y'all doing? Oh, my God, Alita is in here. All right, everybody made it. So listen, we're going to get into this thing. We're going to get on in. Yaya DH girl, it's been a while. How you? Chi-Town, what's up, beautiful? Imani, the beautiful Imani Taylor. High Vibe is in the building. Listen, I'm so happy to see all of y'all. Miss Mary, how you doing? Just your fancy. Christine Lambert, Linda Fauntleroy. All right, look, I done hollered at everybody. If I missed you, forgive me. Nika, what's up? Elite Hair Collection, y'all. This is my eyelash lady. If y'all need them bad mink lashes, y'all better get at her. Hey, Cheryl Cooper, Maybelline Reynolds, Christine Lambert, Angel Baby. All right. Look, we done hollered at everybody. Anybody I missed? Queen Mermaid, what's up, sis? All right. If I missed you, charge it to my head and not my heart. Hey, Delicia. Hey, Miss MO1. Hey, DS. All right. Look, let's get in. I don't want to waste too much more time, y'all, because so much happened in this episode. If I waste too much time, I'm going to forget something. So y'all know how we play the game on Sunday. I'm going to tell y'all what I saw, and then I'm going to give y'all the opportunity to let me know if y'all saw the same thing that I doggone saw on this episode. Oh, my God, as I live and breathe. Fatty Back Soup, thank you for the super sticker. It's been a while. I missed you. I'm so glad you're here, and thanks for that super sticker. Thanks for the support. Miss Reed, how are you? So listen, I'm going to tell y'all what I saw. Y'all let me know if we saw the same thing. So let me run down, and then we're going to say what we thought about this debacle. Okay? I think debacle is a good word. This pandemonium, this chaos that we all just watched on Bravo. And while it was full of pandemonium and chaos, hey Rashida, all sorts of foolishness and whatnot, y'all, this was some good TV. Bravo has been really entertaining us. They've been entertaining us, y'all, and we got to talk about it. So they started up where they left off. They still in the kitchen and salad is on the floor. There's glass everywhere. The girls are fighting. The girls are fighting. And so Karen go running over to Candace, y'all. And her only thing that she wanted to know was you aware of her mama's story? Hey, Queen Bee. So the girl was like, I don't care. I just don't care. And so Karen reiterated, hey, Savvy Mama, well, did you know? And she said, you know, when she was at Gizzard's bug bash out the door, that she didn't know. And it was basically that's just what she said at that time. But I still feel like she don't care, y'all. And I don't know whether she right or wrong, but we going to get into it. Mia come running in there. Let me tell you about my mom. Let me tell you something about my mama. Girl, that child don't care nothing about your mama. Hey, Sophia Bryan. Okay. Listen, I already know y'all some OG, triple OGs up in here. Okay. So then she called a girl spoil. And Candace was like, well, did you look that up too? Now, y'all, I don't know what you think, but I feel like Candace is trying to insinuate that Mia looked up information on all of them. So that way she could be up in there, you know, picking with people. All right. And hey, learning to love myself. All right, Glennis, you made it. Okay. Dana Cutler, what's up? So there was that, and she started trying to get into it and told her, you know, I think you looked that up too. And then told G to get her up out of there. And y'all, is it me or is Wendy being real extra? Wendy coming off real extra. And yes, Apricot can't believe the mess she just witnessed. Y'all know Apricot ain't cut out for all this at all. What's up, Mackenzie? Mackenzie say, well, Mia is using her mama as a place to say whatever she wants. She turns it on and off and is playing them. I totally agree. You ain't gonna get no argument out of me. Starting it light by beginning with a new image of Mia James Almost, Pufferfish Thornton. I am dying slowly. Okay, and Mimi the head sniper says Mia's tearless cry was fake to me. Y'all, it was coming off fake to me too. It was doing something to me in my spirit. And see, Imani coming through with the conspiracy theory, and that's what I like. She said, watch Chris gonna divorce Candace. He annoys her so much. She looks like she almost made him have a tantrum of frustration. Ooh, child. Hey, PBH. Hey, educated female life. Say Candace is nasty and jealous. She need to tell Chris to get a job so she can relax. Girl, you think a job gonna help her relax? It might. Yeah, she doing 20 too much. Yeah, Wendy getting on my nerves, y'all. Did y'all check her? She talking about, oh no, don't talk to the husband now. But we gonna talk. We gonna talk a little bit later. That ain't nobody step in to tell Ashley don't be talking to people's husband, because that was making me just a little bit uncomfortable. Why was she having all that conversation and back and forth with that girl husband? But then again, y'all, let me keep it in order, because I done got too excited sitting up in here with y'all talking about this stuff. Barbara saying Candace probably don't care about her own mom if she wasn't paying her bills. Now, I ain't gonna go there. I ain't gonna say she don't care about her mama now. Jerry, I say controlling Candace is a full-time job for Chris. He must be exhausted. Well, that's what y'all said, and I'm gonna roll with it. So then Mia was like, you know, I got too much to lose, and she do. Because just like I feel like Mia is a scheming heifer, I feel like Candace is a scheming heifer times two. Y'all, I feel like Candace missed her lawsuit last year because of Ashley, and we saw she brought that up, okay? But I feel like she was angling for her new lawsuit this season, and here come Lel. Divorce Candace and sleep well. You better say it. Now, you know, it's a lot of moving parts, y'all. A lot of moving parts. Buckle up and let's go. So Eddie, you know, Eddie tickled me. Let me just say this. Y'all say what y'all want to say about Wendy's husband. He is absolutely funny and lighthearted and charming. Absolutely charming. And I'm here for it. I'm totally here for it. And Sasha Lynn, I agree. So he's telling Chris, you know, that G was told that basically the pimp was told to go get his hoe. And so Chris went to stuttering, talking about, well, Candace, it was my wife. Yep, that's why he turned it off. That's exactly why he did it. Okay. So it was interesting that Eddie was like, you could use deductive reasoning and then you'll kind of know why, who we talking about, and then Wendy had to tell him, come get him. Yeah, he can't bite the hand that feed him. You right, how that. Oh my gosh. DT, thank you for the super chat. He says a job for my husband. Oh wow. A daily reminder, Royal Family. If your work has a vacancy for Christina Bassett, please send it over to Chateau Dorothy for him to apply. Please. All right. That's from DC. Job vacancies, y'all. Let it be known. So Escala said that she was going to eat that salad. They done throwed it all on the floor. And it did look crisp. Ain't nothing worse than a wilted salad. And that salad looked fresh and crisp. I think Wendy had done a great job getting the food together. And then, instead of eating the salad, they decided to toss the salad. And then now I'm going to tell y'all what also made me slightly uncomfortable was when Chris walked in the room. Why did Candace say, I'm going to get in trouble? Is this man her dad or something? Like, what do you mean you're going to get in trouble? You grown. How you going to get in trouble with your husband? What do you mean in trouble? I was uncomfortable. Hey, Melanin Poppin'. I didn't know what she meant by that. Yeah, I think she definitely wants the lawsuit because she felt cheated out of that one from last year. She felt cheated, and Ashley helped cheat her out that lawsuit. Yes, girl, it was a wonderful mess. So anyway, now I'm gonna tell y'all this is one time, and I feel bad. I want y'all to console me because I feel bad. I feel bad because this is one time I wanted Karen Hugo to shut the hell up. Yes, I said it. Write it down in history. I don't never say nothing bad about Miss Karen because we love Auntie Karen. It happened today, 10/10/21. I wanted Miss Karen Hugo to shut the entire hell up. Sitting up there trying to give some rousing speech like she was Martin Luther King, talking about you keep your dignity and your pride. What dignity and what pride? I have had just about enough. All of them went running in there to comfort this heifer with this fake stuff. And it was getting on my nerves. It was getting on my nerves. Yeah, they were acting like somebody yelled food fight. But what really got me is how all of them went running in the living room with Mia and giving her these morale speeches like she needed some help with her morale. That heifer ain't need no help with her morale. She just needed somebody to help her act out that scene. Okay, and I was waiting for the director to yell cut because the fakeness was killing me. Then Mia started talking about, referring to Candace as ruthless. It's not that Candace was ruthless. Candace is I'm not going to say she's a child because she grown. She behaves like a petulant child. And that ain't nothing new. She been doing it. But I just find it real funny how all of them went in there to give her pep talks and stuff. Hey, Ann Grace. The beautiful Ann Grace. Let me say her whole name. Good evening. Candace got on my nerve tonight, and I'm usually Team Candace, but she turned me off acting like she didn't learn from last year. Doing too much. Child, Candace stay on my nerves. Helene says she had her husband there. Yeah, she had her husband, but instead of them letting her husband do it, they went running in there, all of them looking for the soundbite, looking for the moment that was going to make it to the memes. Hey, Brooke. Yeah, that scene was so fake. That fake crying and wasn't no tears falling, wasn't nothing moving but them lips. That's right. Yeah, she's a stupid genius. LEL says, Seanitra, you don't know about dignity and pride, aka Mia's upper and bottom airbag lips. See, that's why. That's why I'm fool with y'all. That's why. At all. Oh my God. AVL, what you say? Mia read that room and realized they were all coming to comfort her and she turned up the dramatics. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Soon as she saw that it was coming. Mimi said, I know a lot of people don't like Candace, but I agree with her that if you come for my mama, you will get it Florida style. Girl, you better tell them us Florida girls is a whole different breed. And I know we all supposed to be upset because she said your mama. I mean, I on occasion have said your mammy. So I don't know. Hey, Allison. Okay. And mine say, honestly, I think Candace annoys the cast so much they rather fake comfort Mia than to comfort Candace. Girl, I believe that, but I don't think Candace needed no comforting either. I didn't know what she went to crying for. It was just too much fakery going on. It was too much fakery for me. I wasn't buying none of it from none of them. It was too much. I was over it. That whole first part of the show, it did my nerves real bad. So Chris is up there. Chris actually told Candace she was childish, which was interesting, and it almost says, and it signals that might be on to something. It signals to me that possibly he is kind of fed up with her stuff, but you ain't got no job, man. You ain't got no job, Chris. I ain't dissing you, homeboy, but we just know that you ain't filling out no W-2s, no time cards. You ain't no, I'm just saying, I ain't being funny. You ain't got to be W-2. You could be a different type of person that make money, but I'm going to leave that alone because last time he wanted to fight our brother-in-law, Perry, and you ain't finna come over here to fight me. I am from Florida. Praise the Lord. Pass the ammunition. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, I digress. So he went on with that and basically was trying to tell her, just go in there and be like, if you don't disrespect me, I won't disrespect you. I don't feel like Chris was wrong, y'all. I know Chris be wrong a lot of times, but I feel like Chris wasn't wrong for at least saying that. I don't think she should have apologized. I'm sorry, I don't. I just think they both need to watch their mouth talking to other people. Okay? They be talking to people reckless, her and Mia. So it was so funny that, again, here come our girl, Alaska, for the win. Alaska just was asking real questions like, do you think you constantly mentioning money because there was a time when you didn't have it? Like, she was literally trying to give her a get out of jail free card. She was trying to give her a reason why she was running around acting like an idiot and being tacky. Because in reality, people that's accustomed to money don't sit around talking about it every day, all day. So I found that to be slightly interesting. And she still, and what's bad is, even with Alaska trying to give her the way out, Mia was still too dumb to take it. Oh no, I mentioned it because I worked hard. Baby, you didn't work hard. You married a man that had money. You didn't work hard to get anything at all. I don't even believe you did more than 2 Google searches to find your surgeon, not by the looks of things. Okay, thank you, Ann. Alaska was correct about that with Mia. And then she had to turn around and ask her for the rest of the trip, can we just not talk about money? It's just tacky. Just all the time talking about money. And usually the people that talk about it is people who ain't used to nothing. That's all I'm saying. So anyway, and I'm going to tell you, her fake tears and her claiming that girl calling her mama low budget was going to be enough to make her relapse and go back to using drugs. Now, your mama ain't finna get back on no dope behind that. Just cut it out. She was reaching so hard and she was so desperate to make sure this girl was the villain that she sounded stupid in my opinion. Now, Chi-Town Naja girl, I stand corrected. She said she did work hard. She worked that room and that pole to find the number 1 bag. And I stand corrected. I am not uncheckable. She did work that room, baby. Kim D says she put her hand in that girl's face and said, I went through this last year. I couldn't tell she remembered. Well, that's another element now. It's another element, sisters. So now get this. Chris, after all that happened with her and Chris, basically saying one of y'all need to shut the F up and be the bigger person. And I agree. Between her and Mia, I was disgusted with both of them. I don't see no victim. And what disgusted me more was that people were looking for a way to make Mia a victim instead of calling her out on her mess too. But Mia called herself out, and I did appreciate that. And I gave her big ups and a nice accountability mirror for that. Southern Abbott say, but if Candace had married into wealth, she wouldn't be referring to Mia and Ashley as hoes and slaves. I don't know about that. She might have felt that way still because she feel like she came from money and they had to marry to get it. So, it's still a whole, that's a whole different dynamic. I don't think there's no way to really rationalize Candace's nasty mouth and behavior. She just a nasty young woman. She just don't know what to do with herself. Now, that's what I'm thinking. But I digress. Let's move right along. And Mia said she was ready to go. It looks like, she was ready to leave. And, G and them was out there talking with her. Karen was. Now, that's where, again, DJ Nasty G messed me up. I didn't understand the licking of the tongue at Miss Karen. Y'all explain that to me. Why was this man doing that? The dipping your head and the grinding and rolling your tongue around in your mouth. It was really bad. It was really, really bad. I don't know what it's about, but I really wish he would stop it because I like him. I think he's a cool old cat, but I think he go a little too far when he didn't have a drink or two. Now, that's just what I'm saying. So anyway, that happened, and he kind of creeped out Miss Karen. I could tell she was a little creep, but she's always a lady about it. And so while they talking, why they let it slip that it was $10,000 for 2 hours, and instead of him getting the goods, he was sitting up there talking. Yes, honey, 10,000 to sit and talk. I guess they got to know that you're willing to get down before you could get paid. Andrew Mack said maybe he thought he was LL. Maybe so now. Maybe so. Yes, because in the words of Lou Ann, the man from the Real Housewives of New York, money can't buy you class. Okay? I am dead and I am done. Yeah, I wasn't ready. And Red Label say stranger danger, stranger doggone danger. Yep, that's what it is. It was scary. LEL said she would have sprayed him with rope spray. I'm done. But yeah, so they let that slip that, she supposed to have been working and she was getting 10 racks to sit up there and take the man money and talk to him and stuff. Because he knew he was going to be able to take her home and he was going to get a whole lot for his money. So Chris went to cleaning up. And, Chris actually tried to get some cool points this episode. Now, I'm going to tell y'all what get me. I don't really do Chris or Candace. I don't care for them. I'm sorry. Ain't no secret. But Chris really got a lot of cool points this episode, in my opinion. The fact that he called his infantile behaving wife out on her bull crap, I had to give him a cool point. The fact that, he told the truth about all them ladies, that they need to know when to shut up and somebody got to be smart enough to walk away, definitely had to give him a cool point. The fact that he went in there to clean up after them two heifers, because it wasn't even just his wife. It was his wife and G's wife. But the fact that he went in there and he was decent enough to clean up the mess and, try to pick up behind the mess that they done. Yeah, you ain't lying. That kind of money, I guess you got to talk to him. I guess you got to. Catherine Bennett said G was too turned. They said it was too long since they had been out the house. Yeah, that's enough to get you lit. Miss Peaches N.O. say Chris is sick of Secret Squirrel. Y'all think so? Y'all think he really is? Because something is giving me that feeling, y'all. Like Chris is like, I done had it with this girl. It was a lot. So he in there cleaning up, trying to be nice. And he went ahead and spoke to Ashley, even after she wrote that little nasty letter that she didn't have to write last year, getting involved in other people's business. And she's still trying to find a way to talk to him to complain about Candace. Y'all are two women. Well, maybe this just me. Y'all please let me know in the chat if I'm tripping. Let me see some bullseyes if I'm on point. Is it me? Or if you got a problem with a woman, don't you need to take it up with her and not be talking to her husband? Because that was kind of doing me something. I'm like, why? Why are you talking to this woman's husband? What is wrong with you? He was being polite with you, and you sitting up there worrying about talking about his wife to him and complaining to him. He done already straightened her. What else you want him to do? Bend across his lap and spank her in front of you so you can feel better? And let me get this straight. You wasn't even part of the conversation, Ashley. So why are you in your forehead so upset? I need somebody to make it make sense to me. Okay? She was doing too much, and I could tell right then that she was finna be extra and try to make herself a part of this transaction. Now, when Skylar, Wendy, Karen, and Ashley was in the room, it was a little weak conversation, so I'm not finna get into it. But I find it interesting that they keep trying to bring up, eating booty and stuff. Like, I'm over it. Hey, T. Jones. Okay, it was just too much. Now, G fell asleep while everybody getting ready. Karen and Candace. Karen went to go ask Candace how she was doing. And it bothered me because I'm like, nah, boo, you just got through giving this lady a whole pep talk. Don't let nobody take that away from you and this and that. And that girl wasn't trying to take nothing away from her. She was just talking nasty at that girl because she felt insulted. So she decided to go as low as possible to insult her back. Now that's what's going down. Cut the crap. So I felt like in that instance, Karen was giving me a little fake tease right there. It was giving me fake. You didn't really care how she was doing. And that's cool. If you still feel some type of way about how she treated you last season, Karen, just say that. But don't be phony. Because, see, phony will make us not like you. And we want to like you, Miss Karen, because you are awesome. Okay. But I just wasn't feeling it. I wasn't for it. Mia was like sitting up in there, talking, and she was like, apparently don't nobody know how to act, including myself. And I did appreciate her saying that. Even if she didn't say it to nobody else, at least she acknowledged that she knew she was team too much in that particular moment. She knew she did too much. Okay. Veronica say Ashley just trying to get some airtime before the reunion. Yeah, because the only thing we seen her do was express milk. And Diana D, you right. You been saying it, sis. When you right, you right. She said, I've been saying it, Karen is fake. You sure did now. I can't even say it. I can't say it. Miss Peaches say Candace is the king of the show, two of a kind. They both go too low. Okay. Yes, it was a bit much. It was a bit much. So in any event, moving right on along. When Gizzard and Rob Bass show up, is it me or was it absolutely hilarious how they got out their car looking like it was a National Lampoon's Vacation with them bags? Now, Chris was nice enough to help them with their bags. She had to blame it on her foot, but she helped them out. And then I thought it was interesting that Rob Bass gonna blame the fact that they showed up on, saying Ashley, gave them a guilt trip. Now, mind you, that might have been part of it, but I think that our baby brother Gabor is correct in that you came because production told you better get your butt up there. Now, that's what I truly believe. Okay, but that's neither here nor there. And they end up in that little room. Was y'all tickled by that room with them matching bunk beds, or was them what you call it? Was those twin beds? But they really were hilarious. They were really hilarious. Yes, comic relief. And they both looked like grandmas. I was rolling. Amani say they paychecks gave them a guilt trip. That's what I'm telling you. I was weak. I was so weak. And Robin was lying. She didn't want to mess up her check. That's why she got her behind on up there. Okay? I was so weak. But anyway, they got up there to the room. You could tell Gizzard ain't like that room. But see, had she brought her butt up there on time, she wouldn't have ended up in the room with no bathroom. Now, I thought it was nice. That Ashley was willing to share a bathroom with him. That was cool. That's their friend, so they should have. But it was just, the attitude. Like, how dare she? Like, they should have kept a room for me. Girl, didn't nobody even know you was coming, Giselle. I was sitting there, y'all, yelling at the TV. Nobody knew you were coming. Nobody knew because you said you wasn't coming because you didn't feel welcome and sent it while your hairdresser was fixing your hair. So that was interesting for me to watch, to see her throw that little tantrum and throw that fit because nobody was really concerned about Giselle. And y'all know Giselle can't stand it when she ain't the center of attention. But oh well, too bad, so sad. Now, I really want to know in the chat, what was y'all's take on Candace running to Giselle to give her version of what happened first? Because that's how it felt to me. It was like, well, I'm going to tell you before somebody else tell you. Yeah, not them piss poor twin beds. They got their same day. Yeah. Yep. Them too. Should have came on time, Giselle. Gizmo fried chicken gizzard neck. Instead of trying to do scissor cutting. You know what? I'm not finna read that. You're not going to get me in trouble. Hey, Lily. Y'all, Lily helped us judge our costumes for the fall masquerade ball, and it was awesome. Thank you so much, Lily. You know we love you around here. Candace takes no accountability at all, and I don't like that. Yeah, Helene, you said it. It's childish. So childish. The fact that she thought it was okay to go running to tell Giselle. What was she gonna do? Somebody should explain to me. What was Gizzard gonna do just because you went and told her, Mia, I tossed a couple pieces of salad and said G hasn't fed you and she threw a handful. Okay, fine. You told her, now what? And then, it was interesting to watch Giselle try to explain to her that it was not okay to say your mama, and do we talk about mamas around here? And Candace was like, yeah, y'all talk about Dot all the time. which is true. Which is true. So I mean, I'm having a hard time, jumping on this let's attack Candace train, even though I don't like her, because it all reeks of hypocrisy. It screams hypocrisy at this point. Y'all have all hit on mamas before. This ain't new. It's not new on this show. It's not new in the franchise, and it's not new on Bravo. None whatsoever. And enter Dr. Heavenly. So, like, cut the crap with this mama stuff. And she said she felt like it was an equal response because the girl insulted her and she said your mama's low budget. And she said that she did see the hurt in Mia's face at a point, but she said, but did Mia see the hurt in her face? So I think they both was hurt and they both acted like children. Okay? And High Vibes said, because I was going to, Candace did look like she was happy when they told her Mia was crying. But she wasn't really crying. She was being phony. Too phony. Lily say it hurt to see all the light-skinned women go against a dark-skinned woman. I see an agenda. Thank you, Lily, because I see the agenda too. I see it very clearly. And I don't like it. And Auntie Eva, I'm with you. I don't like Heavenly either. Right is right, wrong is wrong. Goes to show, brought her Critchu in. What's the Critchu? Or asked Robin to carry her. Oh, okay. You talking about Giselle and her foot. Okay. And yes, Allison, Dr. Heavenly is the queen of your mama. People do that. It just kind of is what it is. So I just found that interesting that they tried to pull the guilt trip thing. And I was equally surprised to see that it really didn't work and Candace really wasn't buying it. And I'm really not either. Now, Yolanda, interesting point. The colorism needs to be addressed at the reunion. I kind of think so because it did look bad. It looked real fishy. Wendy greeted them when she came in. Giselle started immediately. So you knew she came there for mess. But I think Giselle couldn't even interject herself in the mess. But Ashley found a way to do it. She did. So I found that was interesting. Now, one more thing before we get to dinner. And I promise y'all, I'm gonna put the link where y'all can tell me what y'all saw. That way you can say you saw what I saw or you saw something different. But why Robin had to tell them people, in front of the camera, she on her cycle, and that when she on her cycle, don't nobody want to be around her, and she don't want to be around nobody. And I was just like, ew, girl, ew. I ain't gonna tell you all the reasons and all the different reasons and ways that disturbed me, because we ain't forgot yet that man was talking to you from the doorway. That's all I'm gonna say. Then you gonna throw that in there. I just felt like it was just a bit much. It was, and I was uncomfortable, but she did it. And then she turned around and got to the dinner table and mentioned in her cycle. Don't nobody want to hear that while you eating. Okay, Andrew Mack say that your mama reads is just lazy. This ain't grade school. But see, Andrew, that's my whole point. If it's just grade school, then why is everybody upset? What we mad for? It says, what you mean? This woman done gave birth to them bad children. So she had to have a cycle at some point if she didn't have some babies. Now, I did pass anatomy and physiology. It was some other classes I was struggling in. But last I checked, in order to have a baby, you're going to have somebody's cycle. Now, I don't know a way to do it without it. But, so when they got to dinner, but I had to mention that because it was just so heavy. Like, why did you tell the whole world you was on your cycle, girl? Now, I did think Wendy and Eddie's, uniform and their outfits was real cute. Jiz in her boot came down the stairs and, they made it to the sprinter. They were sitting up there talking about G and his tongue and stuff. And that was a bit much. I wasn't ready. Karen and Giselle actually had a little sniggle in the sprinter, y'all. I thought that was kind of cool, considering where they done been and everything they done been through. It was interesting to see them two be able to laugh and talk. I think everybody must have went and got a drink before they got on that sprinter because they was real laid back and cool. And oh Lord, Veronica saying they was eating seafood. Oh, my stomach. Yeah, she was nasty for that. I don't understand why she did it. I wasn't. It was so uncomfortable to hear her do that. Oh my God, Jerry, you just as bad as DT. So, they sitting there laughing, and Chris was even joking about the fact that Candace don't eat the oysters and what they look like to her, and that was a bit much for me. But I'm like, at least y'all laughing and ain't nobody throwing salads no more, because it got to be a bit much. And then y'all, okay, tell me, am I being too much of a prude? Or were y'all here for Ashley and Giselle trying to educate Miss Karen on teabagging? Were y'all here for that? Because I really wasn't here for that. And I felt like that poor Miss Karen wasn't ready for it either. And it was interesting to watch her, shade them in the confessional. And she was like, y'all way too comfortable with this teabag conversation. And she basically said that y'all must be doing it. Okay, you don't like her at all. I don't like her either, boo. I don't. Hey, Miss Sharon, y'all wasn't here for it. I just was like, this is too much. Yeah. Diana says she knew what it was. Fake again. Yeah, she might have been, but I don't know. I just wasn't here for the conversation, period. I wasn't here for it. So anyway, they made it through the whole trip. G was asleep, and then when they woke him up, y'all, man, look, they should have left G sleeping. He said they should have left him sleep, because by the time he went to calling out numbers and stuff, not numbers, but letters, I felt like the letters he went to calling out, the LDBTH and GOV, and it was just, I don't know. I feel like I like him, but he went way too much. Deborah say, ew is right. And at the dinner table, I think you're right. Robin probably was made to go and using her psycho blah blah as an excuse. That's probably why she spoke of it so freely. I didn't even think of that, but that's true. That's probably what she tried to use as an excuse, and it didn't work. Yeah, and then said it again at that table in front of the men. Like, you wasn't even in bed. Like, oh my God. And yes, Barbara, G should have been asleep. I mean, stone cold sleep. Y'all give me 1 second. All right. I wanted to make sure I got my notes straight. But yeah, it was too much. I don't know why she did that. Robin always goes too far with her sympathy play, because I think it was definitely a sympathy play. And that might have been the story she tried to use to get out of going to that good show. And it just didn't work out for her. It just didn't work out. Okay. So anyhow, moving right along, let's talk about the men at the other table, shall we, y'all? Can we talk about them? So they sat up there. They was giving the eye. And Ashley, her first instinct was telling Giselle, oh, they looking. And she talking about, I'm a carpe diem kind of girl. I just was like, that was a bit much. You just had a baby and you already trying to instigate some whole activities. And then turn around and find out that these men are married, which was, it was par for the course. And it was actually pretty funny. I thought that was a cute moment and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that moment. That was a really cute moment. Now we got to get into this whole Chris, Candace, and Ashley situation, shall we? Now I'm going to tell the truth. I was not here for Ashley trying to interject herself in that conversation and try to make herself part of the problem. Okay? It was absolutely disgusting. I didn't like it. Chris up there basically like, look, everything's good. Everybody getting along. She gonna say, well, did you think you should have came and tried to de-escalate and try? Like, girl, that man done already dealt with his wife. Why are you questioning him when you can't question your own man? You ain't been able to question him about what woman, a man, cat, dog, or chicken he's sleeping with. But you questioning somebody else's husband on when and how they should have de-escalated their wife. Girl, where was your husband? Or who was he with? Because he clearly wasn't there with you to de-escalate you at that dinner table. And I thought it was disgusting. Why are you trying to bring drama in the middle of that restaurant when you knew it was a restaurant full of clear people and y'all looked like almost the only black people in the whole place, and it was a large party of y'all, and you gonna instigate a situation so that people could get loud? And mind you, she raised her voice first. I was so disgusted by it. Y'all, look who the cat done drug in. Hey, baby brother.
What's good?
We so happy to see you. We missed you.
And I love you back, and I miss you back.
Oh, listen, y'all better holler at my baby brother. Lord Lily.
Hey,
say,
y'all, what's good?
Oh, my God.
One teabagging. What? Teabagging Michael? Is he teabagging
I don't
Michael?
know. Listen, him and Michael was missing for this trip together. They was missing together. They was missing together. So, you know, it just kind of is what it is. Hey, we don't know what it was about, but we know what happened. We know who wasn't there. That's right. I don't know. I don't know, honey. It was a bit much.
I don't think, hey, realistic hustler Lily. I don't think that Michael, hey, Quasia, I don't think that he'll want no, I really don't think one gay.
I don't think so either. I mean, it's a funny joke, I guess, because they always come up missing at the same time. It's almost like the whole Clark Kent and Superman thing. You don't see them at the same time, so I guess that's why it became a joke. But back to Miss Ashley being loud and ignorant in that restaurant, all in the name of trying to pick a fight with Candace because you were dying to be in the middle of the drama. That bothered me. Seriously. And then the fact that Candace really was, y'all got to give her credit, and I feel bad because I hate to defend people that I don't like. And I just
like Candace. How did you not like Candace? They jumping on Candace.
Just because people start picking on me, it's not gonna make me like you. I'm gonna tell the truth about the fact that these heifers is wrong, but I still don't like them, and I'm never gonna like them.
Mm-hmm.
The truth is still the truth.
I'm tired on you, baby, because I see a lot of haters, baby. They hate on their girl.
But there are a lot of haters in this situation. But actually, no, let me not say haters. These are not haters in this situation. These are manipulative heifers. These are dishonest, deceitful cows, is what I'm saying. Now, I feel like to call them haters is to minimize the extent of their foolishness. I don't want to minimize it. And I'm definitely starting to see a little bit of a colorism situation forming.
Yeah, and Candace, her tagline should have been "Me Against the World" because I don't think Chris holding her down. What I'm saying?
I don't think so. I think he's trying to worry about how he's looking to the public.
Get him off the show. Divorce him. She don't need that. He ain't holding her down.
You said that.
Like that. Get him off the show. He look. No. He doing too much. Couldn't even get out the restaurant. He wanted to walk out and have a scene. Bye. You know what I'm saying? You benefiting off of her.
Now, this is what I didn't understand about him walking out. Now, let me finish dragging Ashley in her forehead and her nostrils.
Get her.
Now, I didn't like the fact that she tried to interject herself in the conversation. She saw that girl turning the other cheek, playing along, eating her food and minding her business, right? And so I'm like, why wouldn't you just drop it? Instead, she began to escalate and raise her voice. And why, again, was she going back and forth with that woman's husband? If the men at the table and the men in the situation have decided that they're going to be cool no matter how silly y'all act, why were you doing all that? All in the name of trying to be relevant. Because as I said, the only thing we seen her do all season long was pump milk. Okay.
But see, Ashley is a clever heifer. You know what I'm saying? See, she's clever. She's real clever. Remember, she convinced Michael to get, her mama had dropped her off with her grandmama, and she went to live under a bridge with a white man. Living on a bridge on the table with a white man, and all of a sudden, when she got with Michael, all of a sudden her mama need a house and a car now. So now she's
that was smart. Hold on, let me get the super chat real quick.
She clever.
Jared, thank you for the super chat. Said the hypocrisy of Gizzard and Rob realizing they were wrong for supporting Candace's behavior last year because they hated Monique, but now it's a problem. Oh, trust me, I'm gonna get into that too.
But what she did was she tried to direct the question to Chris to make it seem like Candace's behavior is despicable, and he fell into the trap, because he need a moment. You know what I'm saying?
But see, this is my problem.
He is the husband of.
But this is my problem. My problem with all of that is that Wendy sat there, Bubba Sparks sat there in the kitchen when Candace was like, gee, get your girl or whatever she called her. Oh, no, don't talk to the husband now. They sat up there and let Ashley and her forehead not only talk to this woman husband, but go back and forth and be argumentative. And while telling half truths, talking about he talked about Michael, he did not. What he said was, you not going to disrespect my wife, and you've been disrespectful in the past. Where is the lie? Okay, again, don't make me defend Chris Bassett because I don't like him. But the truth is the doggone truth. I'm not finna lie for nobody. Now, that's just what it is and what it was. And not only did she do that, then she talking about some, oh, well, you call him a slave driver. She said an overseer. But then, Candace being Candace talking about where he drives his slaves. It is what it is. Ashley brought it there because she was looking for a fight. She felt like this was this episode was going to be a big episode. It was going to be talked about.
Oh, yes.
Right.
Look for a fight. She was looking for a fight, and she had Giselle and Robin for backup.
Yes, she did.
What I'm saying? She had them for backup. Ashley and the producer said, hey, bitches, get here. The shit is going down. We ain't going to need you next season. We already got the drama here. We don't need y'all. So Giselle tried to ease her way through it.
But what got...
And Robin right there, what they call it? The people that messed up the party. What they call them?
Mm-hmm.
The people, she's trying to blame it on her period. You know what I'm saying? No, girl, you act like that all the time. You always ruin the party.
Like
you always ruin the party. It ain't nothing different. You always.
But this is the problem. This is the problem. She was talking about she's a party pooper. But at the end of the day, you sat up there on your phone the entire time. So even though they told you to get there, you still had nothing real to contribute to the conversation at all. But this was the part that got me, bro. Now, in the middle of all this there going on, right? Candace let it out. She said, I don't have nothing to say to you because you despicable. You did what you did to be vindictive. And I do believe she did last season, writing that letter. And she said she got involved with a legal issue. See, I've been telling y'all the whole season. That's why Candace don't do Ashley. It's all about that letter. Hey, money. Yeah, it's all about that letter. And see, I feel like at this point, picking a fight with Candace, that's a low-hanging fruit. Just like people say, just shut down.
Yeah.
Just like people say, it's elementary and pedestrian to say your mama. To me, it's elementary and pedestrian to pick a fight with a 2-year-old too.
Listen. To me, and I already told you, y'all gonna get mad at me. Look, where I come from, if I had known, the hoe could have told me she didn't like my shoes, I would have said your mama low budget. Okay, that would have been if I would have knew it, that would have been the first thing out of my mouth. I don't got time to going back and forth all day with nobody and arguing. We gotta end it now. We gotta get it over quick. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When you fighting somebody, you ain't about to be fighting trying to fight for 10 minutes. You're gonna try to knock them out.
Right. But that exactly, Angie. Ashley messed up her bag. That's why she keep on falling with that girl.
I think me and Angie related.
I think y'all is too. So this the thing. Now, what got me with Chris, you tried to make her get up and walk out. The girl telling you she fine. Why you trying to make her walk out? And then after you couldn't make her walk out, mind you, she not the one yelling. That tramp with the forehead across the table is the one hollering. But instead of you making her walk out, instead of you sitting there with your wife and holding her down, you trying to make her walk out. And when she did not, all of the sudden, that's when you want to get up and storm out like somebody did something to you. If you was going to storm out, Chris, the time to storm out was when that heifer was going back and forth with you like she got married to you. When you know for a fact she ain't none of your wife. You ain't got to argue with that heifer. If she had brought her husband, then you could have had words with him man to man. But since her man ain't never beside her, it'll never be man to man. That was the time to walk out before it escalated to that point. Because in reality, I think it escalated, Gabor, because in real time, Candace was low key trying to protect him because the girl was arguing at him when she should have been talking to her.
Mm-hmm. And I'm so tired of these girls. Listen, if you're in a relationship, your man needs to be on a show, on a couple trip, or else. Okay. Michael ain't the first. Listen, y'all ain't the first people that came on the show that done had babies. Phaedra and Apollo done had kids, and they was on every couple's trip. You know what I'm saying? That ain't no excuse for Michael not to be there. And we need one to show up. If the storyline gonna be that you with him and y'all get married, he needs to show up or get Robin off the show. She really not needed. And Ray too. Really and Ray too. Ray, you don't do. Come on now, Ray. Now,
yeah.
Ray.
But this the thing, Candace, not Candace, but Robin sat up there looking like some very unattractive wallpaper because she did nothing.
Ray.
She did absolutely nothing. Mr. Ray coming later because he had to take care of business. They did this at the last minute.
What was he doing? What was he doing?
That man still, doing his business now. Don't bother Uncle Ray. He say at least he coming. My saying he coming it out.
Look, friend, I want everybody to be treated the same. Okay.
Yeah.
Now Ray could have got there. Is me a husband now?
Yeah,
and
but
he keep on talking about this long. He keep on talking about this long run he got.
But Ray on the next episode now. Ray coming.
Why does me a husband keep on talking about this rod?
I don't know, but it's uncomfortable. Let me just say for the record.
Is that why she had to go get it done? That's why she had to go get her stuff done again?
I don't know. I'm scared to find out. And let me just say this for anybody. I'm not old hating. I'm old too. However, the last thing we want to hear about is a 68-year-old tool. We don't want to know about the tools in your shed, sir.
He said that rod was long. That's probably why she had to go get it done. He said it.
I know, but it was just so horrible.
He even gave an acronym for it.
He got on the bus hollering out letters, talking about the long this and that. I'm like, oh no, sir.
But yeah, he said that rod was long. But from what I hear, only 5 inches could go in. So is it fat? But that's why she probably.
But that's not outrageous production.
Stuff rejuvenated.
I'm a hush. All I'm gonna say, because before I be done told some business I don't want to tell. The truth of the matter is, nobody wants to hear about what you got, Mr. G, DJ Nasty G. Nobody wants to know. Like, he had me just itching. He made me itch.
I want to see it.
I do not. Now the preview.
I ain't never seen none 68. I ain't never seen none 68 now.
Oh, sweet God! I pray not to never. I pray not to never. At least until Daddy turns 68. Then
well, I'm just saying. I just want to see what the. I just want. I don't want to see it in a sexual way. I just want to see what's going on for 68. What I got to look forward to is what I'm saying.
Oh Lord, no. You see, I got a weak heart. I can't take all that. But back to Chris with his mess walking out. And I'm gonna tell you this. I did like that Ascala's husband, Dre's so quiet and calm. Dre went out there to check on him and been like, man, you good? You all right? And he's like, does this happen all the time? And Chris was like, every doggone time. Okay.
Then when hit him on the table and told him to go get you a moment. Go get you a moment. That's what a scholar did. She hit him and said, go see what's going on. Because he don't know Chris like that to be.
He don't know him, but he tried to be nice. And Lord, Mimi is cutting up too. Hold on. See, this is what y'all.
Hey, Mimi.
Okay, the head snapper. So they did that, and Candace come over there talking about you all right. She was like, I was calm before you got up and left. Now I would have felt better about Candace if she'd have told him about his behind right there on the spot. But the fact that it is what it is, it just kind of happened like that. And she walked.
You don't clown me. You don't clown me in public.
He clowned her in public, and then she had to go get up and console him. Why did she have to console him? That didn't work for me. I'm sorry. Listen, Candace, baby, you went and got you a pale dusty. You got you a clear dusty. I don't even know if they clear and get dusty. Is it still clear or is it cloudy? But you got you a clear dusty. Whatever you thought he was, baby.
I just don't like him. I don't like him. She could do.
I don't like how he moved at all. I didn't like how he did that, and he made that moment about him. Like literally, he was unable to see, or he was completely apathetic about the fact that in that moment his wife was being attacked, and he didn't care about protecting her. He left her sitting there. He got up and stormed out.
And he just want to be one of the bros too bad. You know what I'm saying? It just
But
feel
that's
like that
what
he just want to be
happened.
one of the bros too bad. I want to get in the same relationship with Michael like I have with G. And you know what I'm saying? You have came for Michael. You have came for Michael.
But
You
this is
have.
the problem. The problem I got with all of it is still his black scent. I'm gonna need him to drop that black scent and talk
Yeah,
like
and I'm
he
gonna need him to
normally
dress
talk.
up. I'm gonna need him to act like he going somewhere when he coming around these people. You know what I'm
Child,
saying?
he might
You
not
don't
have
get no
no
special
decent
privileges.
clothes.
You don't get no special privileges because because you're a wigger and you showing up in sweats and stuff, and everybody else got on button ups with pants. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I don't
it's
like his
actually
uniform.
insulting. Just like the black said, he puts on the
Hey,
designer
Andrew
clothes.
Mack. I don't
He
like
put,
I don't like Chris.
I don't like him either. I don't like anybody with the black scent and trying to put on black mannerisms and speech patterns like it's some kind of costume. But I digress. It cringes the hell out of me. So then they come back, they having a good time. That's when the little white fella sent the drinks, and then come to find out their wives was at a different table. And Karen, again, I feel
Making it
so
about
bad.
her. Making it
Karen,
about her.
yeah, she
Making it
made
about
it
her.
about her, did
In
way too
25
much.
years.
Come
25
walking over there.
years.
Me and Ray, them men don't even know Ray, ma'am. Been together 25 years, and I want y'all to send them whatever they want. Get them a YSL bag. First of all, honey, them people, them clear people, especially if they got that bread, they not worried about a YSL bag. That's the kind of stuff black people do when they get change for $10 and they never had nothing. Them clear people get money and know how to act. And that got on my nerves. This was the second time I wanted her to sit down and shut what we call
I
the
don't like
hell.
Karen. I don't like Karen. And I don't know if you
I
had
like
already
her,
talked about
but
it.
she
Did you
pissed
see
me
how she
off
was
this
trying to give
episode.
Yeah, did you see how she was trying to give Mia a pep talk?
Yes, I was talking about that earlier. That was the first instance where I wanted her to shut the hell up.
Karen is
Talking about your
trash.
dignity and your girl, that heifer ain't got
She's
no dignity.
trash. She's trash.
It was too much for me. It got on my nerves. It got on my last nerves. And then
She
this
needed a
was the other
moment.
thing that I had to point out, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It ate my nerves up how Ashley sat there and poked that girl to try to get a response, and then sat there grinning and smirking like, oh, that's what I needed.
But
You
did
weren't
you
even
see how
really upset. You were just getting loud and picking a fight just so you could try to make this girl act up, and she avoided you and ignored you until she couldn't.
and then you sitting up here, you got the story wrong. From what I saw, Mia hands was in Candace's face.
They
And she
were.
said, "Girl, don't put your hand in my face." But the way that Ashley was telling the story, she was trying to make it seem like Candace had her hand in that girl face.
Right, but I'm gonna tell you who else got some stuff wrong. Gilza, because she
She
sat
wasn't
over
even
there
there.
talking about, well, I thought she learned something from last year, but I don't think she learned nothing. My thing is, last year you was pretending like the only person that needed to learn something was Monique, Giselle. Now
You
all
had
of a sudden,
security and everything.
hey, yeah, brought Bubba Earl out there from the barbecue pit, acting like he's security. That man ain't securing nothing but a case of pork ribs. That's it, with that pot belly, talking about some doggone. I think that she didn't learn anything.
And
What was she
Candace,
supposed to learn? With y'all, with basically what all y'all did was gang up on the dark girl,
and
and
girl, did
y'all
you
found
see
two dumb dark girls to help y'all do it.
the
And
only
so
smile
now,
we got? The
go
only
ahead.
smile we did you see how? Go ahead, girl.
And then now we seeing it happen again this season. We gonna gang up on the other dark girl. See, there was another girl. She used to be on YouTube. I ain't been able to find her, but she said it, and I don't want to take credit for it because it was her thought process, and she was on point when she said that Monique and Candace got played. They pitted them against each
They
other.
did.
Get the dark girl
And
off
it
the
was
show.
Monique's fault. It was Monique's fault. It was
Yeah,
Monique's fault. She
Monique
wanted to.
thought it.
Monique secretly listen. I like Monique, and I liked Monique, but last year she was wrong to me. But I feel like Monique was doing everything. Monique wanted to be friends with Giselle them. You know what I'm saying? And she didn't care about cutting Candace off if it meant being friends with Giselle them. Giselle was the face of the show. Giselle is the only cast member to sit next to Andy after at every reunion, not Karen. And so she wanted to, yeah, they could take a leave Karen. Karen do well, but Giselle is the young, fresh one of the show. You know what I'm saying? Karen is the older lady. But did you see the only smile we got out of Robin is when Candace jumped on her in the hallway and shrouded her in the hallway?
Yeah, child, I wasn't even gonna
It was
say it.
something to think
And she
about.
told her how
Something to
light
think
she
about.
was. Talking about you so light, you lighter than my son, and toting the girl. And I was like,
round and around.
Yeah, that was a
She was
lot.
spinning. And Candace, they're not your friends, girl.
They not your friends, but
They're
see, this
not
is
your
what I'm
friends.
saying.
Hey, Miss
Giselle sat
Girl.
there and basically flipped that thing around and was like, "Oh, you didn't learn nothing." After they spent all last season that Monique was the villain, Monique was the monster. You vicious dark woman. And now they done flipped it around, Candace. Now you the vicious dark woman that everybody needs to get rid of. And see, Wendy started off halfway straight, but she falling right back into the fold with her phony self. And that's why I ain't never seen it for Bubba Sparks. And she was right along with Karen trying to give pep talks like they was in the young orators club, sitting up there making speeches and stuff and patting that heifer while she fake cry with that lunch meat quivering on the front of her face. Mia is fake. She fake cried. Ain't a tear fell. If it did, I missed it. It might have fell into one of them potholes. But all I'm
But
saying is the relapse stuff, you reaching.
reaching like a
Your
motherfucker.
mama ain't gonna relapse because of that. If she do, it's gonna be because you got on national TV and claim you were scared to leave your children with her.
It sure was. You
Now
bringing
that's
the
the bottom line.
she breaking the woman down every time they get on the camera. She breaking her down.
Get this, even when she was crying, she still threw shots at her. Now
Yeah, she's never
she
been a
was
mother
not
to
a
me.
mother
Girl,
to
what is you talking
me.
about? Why I would never go and say that. I wouldn't have never, no matter
Yeah,
what my mama had, I would have never done that to my mama for no girl, you're
for a
not even the
TV
star of the
show.
show. Yeah, I would never. And you got all this money. You
Thank
got
you.
all this money.
But see, this is the thing. They sat up there and they played a game. And right now, Candace, you are the target. Why you thinking Giselle your friend? Giselle ain't none of your friends, sugar. She ain't none of your friend. I don't know what you thought it was, but I can tell you what it sure enough wasn't. And that's your friend. Okay? And Robin sat up there. She tried to chime in and couldn't even chime in appropriately. Like I said, her whole purpose for being there was what again? She
Production
was
comment
really
told me
some
get your
very
mother
some highly
get
unattractive wallpaper.
y'all better get down there. And did you see how Giselle was starting the shit with Mia? I mean, with Wendy when she came in there trying to welcome them. Giselle was like, "Oh, you're smiling. I haven't seen that in a while, bitch. You don't really want to be here. I don't like your energy. Go back to Potomac, bitch. Get back to the
Exactly.
woods. You don't got to be here.
Right.
I don't like your energy. Get
That's
back
what
to
I
the
said. She
woods."
came in there looking for a fight. She wanted to fight, and she was. You could tell she was disappointed because Wendy was like, "I'm not engaging." Now that's on that note. I'm gonna give Bubba Sparks her cool points. She was smart enough not to engage in the mess. If Candace was smarter, she would have known not to engage.
And then y'all taking it a step further. Y'all went in and got a hotel room, but nobody even really cares, bitch. Her and Robin went and got a hotel room, but see, that's what I'm saying. This is new money because when the bitches were struggling, they didn't have no coins. In first season, when they went to you remember Ashley had a little house
Yep.
somewhere, and that beach house, and Ashley had them sleeping in them twin size beds. They couldn't go get no hotel room. They couldn't afford no hotel room. But now since they got a little coins, they can go get a hotel room. We don't care about y'all going to go get a hotel, baby.
And
Y'all ain't
like
stopping
I
no
said,
show.
but also like I said, had they came on time, people could have took into account your broke foot and your boot and put you in a room that
I
had a
wouldn't have.
bathroom.
I wouldn't have.
But you know they would have if she'd have came with that boot and she'd have came on time. You come after everybody else already got their room and you throwing a fit talking about where they she ain't got no bathroom where I'm supposed to go to the bath. If you'd have been on time, it wouldn't have even been an issue. Hey Jaja.
Hey, Jaja, what's good?
I know
JC
that's
right and
right.
making Alicia about a bathroom. You came to that say, yeah, no, she wouldn't have got no
Came late.
restroom. She wouldn't have got no
Thank you.
restroom.
And well, they friend Ashley said they could share
But
her
see, that's
toilet.
because, they always get good rooms. You know what I'm saying? I don't for the life of me, I don't know why Candace had them in the house and put Wendy and Skylar and Karen outside. Them girls don't like you.
But you
Them
know
ain't
why
your
she did
friends.
it. You know why she did it. She was still mad at Karen for last season. And she didn't invite Ashley because she was mad. And she had Wendy out there for being friendly with Karen because she was still mad at Karen. Mm-hmm. Quasia say, I say it would be because Mia would tell her mama what was said. Why did we need to know her mama was a fiend? Oh Lord. Why on TV? Yep, has all those.
Tell the truth, Quasia.
If all those businesses, why not get her to rehab instead of being a babysitter? Right? I
But what
agree.
if you a boss? How come your mama don't got her own place? How come she living in the apartment with your sister?
See, that was the thing that I was saying yesterday when we was on the porch. I ain't nowhere near rich, but I can promise you Emily ain't got to live with nobody.
You know what I'm
She
saying? You
wear what she
basically
want to
saying
wear.
you're making it seem like your mama is a maid to your sister. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
And apparently she'd have made to you too, because you left her there to watch your kids while you went on a trip and you worrying about people about her being hurt because somebody called her low budget. My mother would laugh at you if you said that because she got 5 children
Exactly.
that's gonna make sure her budget ain't
That
never
ain't even
low.
bad. That's not even bad.
It's
That's
not.
not bad. That's not. Listen, where I come from, I have heard people talk about people's dead parents.
Yes,
Okay,
me too.
so me calling somebody mama low budget ain't even bad. Even if let's go because that really that we
It
don't
was
talk
the
about
reaching
people's
for
mamas.
me.
We don't talk about people's mamas and Karen. Did you make that speech to Mia? But did you
Yeah.
forget the fourth season 4 when you said that you was gonna sue Ashley for her restaurant and give it to her mama? Why did you say
Right.
that? Because you knew
Right.
Ashley mama was low budget too.
Right.
So we talk about mamas. We talk
But
about
see,
mamas.
but Candace said that. Remember when Giselle was like, "Well, do we talk about mamas?" Candace was like, "Yeah, we do. Y'all talk about that all the time." You know what I'm saying? People really
Mm-hmm.
pull this. They pull this double standard and this crap out their butt. It's okay not to like somebody, but still tell the truth. I don't like that girl, but I'm not finna lie for me, whether I like her or not. Right is right. Wrong is doggone wrong. Candace got a terrible mouth, but I feel like that by far is not the worst thing Candace has ever said.
Mm-mm.
She said worse. She can definitely go. She can do more. Hey, Vanessa.
Hey Vanessa.
Yep. And then get this. Now, what was so funny was when Candace went to go get Chris with his menstruating behind. You know, she walking out or whatever, and then here come Mia. No, before she got ready to get up, Mia telling her something. She was like, "Girl, you sitting over there by your benefactor. Don't embarrass your benefactor."
Mm.
See, that's the
Girl.
whole point. I see where Candace is coming from. I don't think it's nice. I don't think it's classy, but I see where she's coming from. Y'all helpers can't shine on me when the only money you got it off your back and your knees. I'm sorry, but I kind of feel the same way in a way. Like, watch yourself. Don't be out here, high siding and showing off and trying to call people broke when you know how you got your bread. That's all I'm saying. And then when she got ready to leave out, Mia was saying something else, and she was like, "Girl, shut up." She didn't even give it to her, and I was glad that she didn't. I think I could probably like Candace a little bit better. I'm never gonna really like her, but I could like her better if she was smart enough to not take the bait. Like, why you got to be such an easy mark for people? It's so easy for people to provoke her, and she always, always, always takes the bait. And then Karen went to acting like they was doing so much with their fingers pointing at each other. She had the nerve to threaten talking about the next person had put their finger in my face, I'm gonna bite it. Did you see that part?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, Karen, you doing too much. Karen, I don't know. Karen disturbed me this episode.
I don't like Karen.
Vanessa
It's
said,
the fakeness for me. She real fake.
Well, honey, Vanessa say Mia turned me off with her bragging about that money. Yeah, don't be doing that. Sophia say all money spent the same. The store don't care where it came from. This the thing, Sophia. I don't care where it came from. But you not finna insult me about having less than you when you just happen to screw one more person. And I'm sorry. That's what you're not gonna do. Not when we both know where you got it. That's like somebody
You're
who
not
sell
about to.
drugs.
You're not
That's
about to
like
shame. Go ahead.
that's like somebody who sell dope trying to flodge and go off and shine on somebody with a law degree. Like, I don't care if you manage to get a ticket or get a meal, as we say. You got it from selling dope. Don't act like it's no major accomplishment, man.
But you're not gonna shame me. You could never shame me if you grew up in a group home.
Facts.
And I don't mean that to be nasty. I'm just saying. You know what
It's
I'm saying?
real.
You could never shame me if you grew up in a group home. I don't give a damn what you. I don't give a damn if you won a lotto.
Right.
Because you still crying about it, baby. You ain't over it. It'll be
Yeah, you
different if you was
still
over
there.
it and you grew up, but you was crying. But what I do think is though, I don't think that Mia really care about. Mia strikes me as a person. What I seen on the show from Mia, she don't give me like she really care about. Like it's for a storyline. She talking about the group home stuff, but the shit with Karen, the shit that Candace was telling her, that didn't really affect her.
No.
It was the women's reaction to it. Oh, are you okay? Oh, are you okay? You should be upset. That's what I got from it. She didn't really seem too upset when the girl said her mama was low budget at first. She done heard worse. You know
Of
what I'm
course
saying?
she has. She only started putting it on, like you said, when she was able to see how those ladies responded and how quick they were ready to vilify Candace. Then all of a sudden, then here come the waterworks.
Is that Key?
Yeah, that's Red Label.
What's up, Kiki?
Okay. High Vibe say Mia went to the highest bidder. Sorry, but G paid 10K. She had no shame about it. And guess what? And let me just say this for the record.
That ain't
She
no
shouldn't
shame.
have no shame about it. What you shame for? You got your
Giving
money.
you 10K to talk.
Thank you.
Come on, let's talk.
So I'm not ashamed, and I'm not. I wouldn't want her to be ashamed if she had to, do whatever for that money. It's your money. You did it. Can't nobody should be able to make you ashamed of anything that you was big enough to do. If you big enough to do it, you should be big enough to be all right with it. And that's, what I'm saying. I don't want her to be ashamed. My thing with Mia is that I don't want her to feel like you can try to lord that over people and start calling people low budget when you know how your budget got from low to high. That's all I'm saying. Remember where you came from and chill out. It was a bit much. I'm not mad at her for doing what she had to do, but girl, stop it. And I do like the fact that a scholar just asked her flat out. And yes, I'm giving her name back part of the time, part-time. Because she was like, can we just not talk about money the rest of the trip? Because even in the middle of them trying to console themselves, and now I make $450,000 a year.
Girl, please, girl. G done already. It's just so crazy because G already told us on the show that he basically built the businesses so they run themselves. So,
right.
Mama, you don't really do too much. You're not working your ass off. You probably be working your pussy off in their bedroom because you said that man say he got a wrong raw, and you got to keep on going to go get it rejuvenated or whatever you're doing. And I'm not shaming you for it. I'm just saying that's what you said, not me. And so you probably is working something off, but you're not. It ain't because of that job, Mama. So you can stop that.
Oh, Jesus. But yeah, what you just said, I agree. And that's what I don't like is like, oh, when I first started my business, it was low budget. You didn't start no business. That was that man's business,
He's already
girl.
giving you 10K. Girl, stop it, Mia.
That's what I'm saying. She's so phony and she's so busy trying to have a backstory that it just ain't tracking, and I'm just not for it. I'm telling you.
Stop.
But I think this is what I think. What I think is we're seeing a lot of things come to a head.
Don't do this. Now, Chi-Town now. Come on now, Chi-Town.
It's true. You know Candace can't fight. That's why I be so shocked
you can't say. Listen, when Candace got into the fight last year, Giselle was holding one of her arms. She only had one arm with the cup with the glass in it.
Girl, no, she can't fight.
She was trying to fight back. I'm not gonna say she can't fight if somebody was holding one arm and she was swinging the glass.
Let me just tell you,
at least she was fighting back. At least
if you standing in front of me and you grab my arm, ain't nothing you gonna be able to do to keep me off that helper's behind. Period, point blank, and that's all.
Say it again.
Ain't nothing you gonna be able to do to keep me off that heifer's behind.
Cool.
Grabbing my hand ain't gonna help her nor you. I'm popping you and her next.
Yeah, okay, the heifer would have been out there fighting. Me and Giselle would have been out there fighting.
You and the child, all us would have been tearing up them people furniture. Because I'm not one of them people that's like, oh, it's never the answer.
The laws would have had to come and stop that. Even if somebody was holding me and I lost the fight, baby, look, you remember how Jocelyn was at that reunion fighting everybody? Right. That's what that would have been.
Just running at everybody.
Yeah, just running at everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You want Mia to host a pole dancing class for the ladies? Well, Mia said that she
Remember,
never
she
was on a
pretends she ain't
pole.
never been on a pole,
She was
right?
never on a pole.
Thank you. Thank you.
And
So,
I,
and yes, y'all please come like the video. If it's 127 of y'all in the bushes and rivers, as DT say, like the
can we
video. You
talk?
know you entertained.
Can we talk?
Yes, baby.
Can we talk, y'all? Can we talk?
Come on down.
Nothing. Nothing.
Child, you better come on with it.
I just nothing. It's okay. Where was Mia going to get her work done at?
I
I'm
want to
trying to
know.
see, I don't when I look at her, it's still a little
Right.
yeah, okay. And that's all I want to say.
There you go.
None
It's
of
like,
it. None of it is right. Let me just say that.
right.
None
None
of
of
it
it.
gave me none of it gave me perfect.
Yeah,
You
not at
know.
all. Not at all,
Let
honey.
me
Not even close. But this is the thing. This is the thing. A lot of things are coming to a head. For
is it
everybody that tried to pretend like one that Monique was so aggressive and she was so wrong, and Candace was so delicate and she was such a victim because she came
she
from privilege
was.
and she wasn't used to nobody, getting aggressive with her.
Oh girl.
I think we have debunked that because Candace know
Girl.
how to get aggressive because according to her, she started and she need to learn how to finish it. Okay.
Hey, that's right.
That's what she did. So now, in the case of Monique last year, Monique knew how to finish it. She was a closer, and so was that wig that
Girl.
Candace had. And it is what it is. So now
Girl.
so it's just so funny to me to see how the crowd changed. The same people that was ready to crucify Monique and declare her the angry black aggressive woman are now turning around doing the same thing to Candace. Oh yeah, burn her at the stake. She's the worst. She says the worst things. The girl had the same mouth last year. The same people who claimed that Monique was a problem are now in all of social media saying, "Oh, Mia need to slap her. I would have slapped the hell out of her." These are the same people who were saying words ain't enough to hit nobody.
But I feel like everybody is making it seem like the whole your mama joke was so it can't be two things at one time.
It
It
showed
can't
him.
be your mama. If somebody say your mama's low budget, can't be childish, but the girl should have whooped her ass. It can't be
And
the
that's
you
what
know what I'm
I
saying?
said.
It
I
can't be
said that
both of them.
earlier. Bro, I said
Okay.
that earlier because I think it was Andrew Mack, our cousin Andrew Mack, that was like, "Oh,
My
that's
Andrew Mack, my Andrew Mack.
yes." So
Okay.
Mac was like, that's a lazy read. It's elementary school. And I'm like, okay, bet. It really is. It's a basic general read. So if it's so basic in general, why everybody acting like this was the end of the world?
Hmm.
Like, is it one thing or is it the other? Hey, Lethal, you know what I'm saying? It's just what it
Hmm.
comes down to is we gonna change what it is depending on how we want to insult this girl this day. But at the end of the day, it's looking like we'll say whatever we need to say to make her sound bad because we need her to be the villain.
Hmm. The girls is the one who made me feel like that. Oh my god, did you know about her mother? Oh, are you okay? Did it make you feel a certain type of way? You know what I'm saying? It, stop it.
Yeah, it's just it's a bit much, but I can see the whole thing. I can see the whole picture, and it's like it's the hypocrisy of the cast, but it's also the hypocrisy of the public because it's the same people that was like Monique had no business putting her hand on anybody. Mind you, pretending like Candace didn't have a hand in that girl's face. She'd have put her hand in my face and I'd have mollywopped her, and that's on everything I love. But the only
Any
thing,
other night.
right? But at the end of the day, Monique didn't even beat that girl up. All she did was shift the wig. Come on now.
Yeah, she
But
didn't.
now
She
these
didn't.
exact. But now
That's
you
what I'm
got
saying.
you
That
got the
wasn't the ass.
exact
I
same
done seen some
people.
girls. Yeah, I did. That wasn't really nothing that we saw. You
It
know what I'm
was a
saying? She
wig
she
shift.
wasn't even punching the girl. Her hand was hand. You know what I'm saying? Her hand was open and she wasn't punching the girl. You know what I'm saying?
No, it
It
was a
wasn't
wig
enough.
shift and a hold. She held her and shifted her wig. That was it.
Yeah,
But
it
then
wasn't
you
enough for how they was acting. But it couldn't have been
right.
me.
But this the thing. The exact same people are now saying, "Oh, she need to slap Candace. I would have beat the hell out of Candace. I wish Mia would beat her behind." But what happened to the same people that was the moral majority last year? Oh, nothing. That's not a reason. Just because she put her hand in her face, it's not a reason. Mind you, Mia the one putting her hand in Candace's face, even though people pretending like they Stevie Wonder and they don't see it.
Mm-hmm.
And the girl asked her to stop. She did it again.
And she also did it to Wendy. She
And
did
she
it
did
to
it
Wendy
to
twice.
Wendy.
She did it to
Right.
Wendy twice,
But
and she was
instead of them saying,
touching Wendy. She was
but instead
touching
of them,
Wendy.
but instead of them saying, "Oh, she need to beat Mia behind," they saying that Mia need to beat her over some words.
Girl, your
Over some
mama's low
words.
budget. Your mama's low budget. Go to your room and cry about it.
And I'm gonna tell you what disturbs me. Half the people crying about the your mama joke and couldn't have been me, couldn't have been me. Half of the people talking done played the dozens coming up. All us done played rounds of your mama. And I was
That,
good at your mama. I used to make people want to fight all the time. They just thought better of it. Because my hands
especially
are
if I knew
certain.
your, especially if I knew your mama.
Facts.
Especially if I knew your mama. And your mama
Facts.
better not come and pick you up to school looking any kind of way.
Thank you.
And she better not have to ride the bus to get up here.
Yeah, it was just too much. And see, Red Label got a point. Jersey, New York, and Orange County was much worse than that, and they don't get that same energy. They don't.
Much worse than what? What they had
Much.
fights on those shows?
Yeah, they be fighting and going on. First of all, you had what's her name? The real hideous one, Danielle Staub, that reached and pulled that girl ponytail almost to the floor. Last was that season before
Oh,
last
I
in
seen
New
that on
Jersey.
YouTube.
Right,
I seen
mind
that on
you.
YouTube. I mean, on Twitter. The girl threw some water on her or something,
Yeah,
though,
that's
right?
what I was finna say. Yeah, she threw water and the
Okay.
girl pulled her ponytail almost to the ground. That was okay. Teresa Judice done shoved Andy himself down. That was okay.
Now I remember a couple of was it season 2 of New Jersey? They kept on playing this episode over and over. Didn't Teresa's husband get into a fight with somebody else's husband? And it was like
That
a
was with
brawl.
that was with Teresa's brother. It was a fight with his
Yeah,
brother-in-law. Out
it
and
was a
out brawl.
brawl.
And
Okay.
that was okay. Everything is okay until black women do it. And then all of a sudden, we got to issue official statements like they did Monique. We do not condone or accept violence. Well, where was all this smoke when them heifers was doing it and they had clear skin? I'll wait. And then the fact that last season people bought into the narrative and into the foolishness because they created the narrative where Candace was the black Karen and Monique was the angry black woman. So everybody jumped on the bandwagon, and now we got somebody that appears to be racially ambiguous or clear adjacent. And so now Candace gets to be the angry, aggressive black woman.
But if we're gonna take it to the hood, if we're gonna take it to the streets, Candace, I mean Ashley will probably be bye Birdie. Because she
Right?
don't went and she don't went to the courthouse and then gave a statement.
Yeah, she putting her name on court papers.
You know what I'm saying? So let's take it to the street. Let's get a little hood. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. But people, people didn't, people didn't say nothing about Ashley doing what she did though.
No,
That
it
was
was
okay
okay.
because
Yeah,
it was against
right.
Condias.
And see, Selena say they owe Monique an apology. I mean,
Monique an apology for what?
for how they did her last season. And I'm
Monique, I
sorry,
don't think
but I agree with that.
Monique got played. Monique got played by
Yeah,
Giselle
Monique
them.
did. And she also got played by production and Bravo and the rest of them. What they tried to do with
Giselle
her.
followed through. Giselle folled through. Do you remember
Giselle?
when Giselle followed through? Do you remember when? See what happened to what happened to Giselle is she thought that, what happened to Monique was, I've been watching every episode. I've seen every episode of Giselle. So let's go down memory lane.
Okay.
But it started at when Monique thought she was gonna get cute and bring Sherman ex-wife on the show.
Right,
and
that's true.
When Monique took them to Cannes and she had the adjoined suite with Giselle. Giselle told her, "I don't like you. You a hater, and I'm gonna get you. I'm like a ninja waiting in the cut to cut your head off, and I'm gonna get you." And she befriended this girl, making think they was friends. She was going to go eat with Monique and was making Candace out to be the villain. You know what I'm saying? And Monique just couldn't see straight. And because Giselle put it in her ear about Candace, They couldn't even. She couldn't even bring the girl name up. She was just so. Every time you looked up, she wanted to jump on the girl. You know what I'm saying? She was arguing with her. She didn't like her. And as soon Monique, even Giselle had went and got that little fake award for that book she wrote, and Monique bought her a present. That was when she went to the Born, not the Born. What's the place where when they had to fight at? Monique had a gift for her. Monique had a gift for Giselle because that was her friend. She thought they was friends. She bought her a gift for winning the award. But as soon as that girl put her hand on Candace, it was over for her. It was over. She didn't even go and see how Monique was doing. Her and Robin was some true Karens, and they sat up there like, oh my God, they're in here fighting. We don't do this. We don't do this. She got played.
Hold on real quick. Red Label, if you still there, hang on. That was an accident. We trying to undo it. Go ahead.
What happened?
No, he accidentally got timed out. That wasn't intentional. So hang on in there. Don't run out. It was a mistake.
I'm done.
But yeah, you know, I don't know. I'm really not liking the hypocrisy. I'm not liking it at all. It makes me very uncomfortable. The whole thing. I don't know. I get why Giselle felt like she felt, but I also feel like Giselle the one started with Monique. From the time she seen Monique, she had a problem. Definitely from the time she was like, oh, you don't have a house, and that girl hit her what I got for. See, to me, that's where everything really went sideways. She wanted to act some type of way with Monique because this is a pretty brown girl. And if you ask me, Giselle felt like that because every time Jamal had a woman on her, it was a pretty brown girl. Pretty much every time it was a pretty brown girl, about that type too. Real pretty and fit and shapely. She had a problem with that girl from the time she saw her.
Okay.
And when she tried to pull that, like, oh, you don't have a house. Like, girl, how dare you try to make somebody feel bad talking about, oh, you don't have a house. And then you ended up living in two barns stapled together.
But she was renting. You remember Katie said that? Katie said that Giselle was renting. She was renting on the show.
Right. But that's my whole thing. Like, Giselle has, you know, she has come up a little bit, I guess, if you call stapling two barns together to come up. But she's always been on struggle in comparison to them other ladies. Hey, Corrine. Always been on struggle when it comes to that. And she can't stand. Look, let me get Diana comment because Diana telling the whole truth. She don't like that nobody doing better than her. And she had a problem with Monique from day one. And she bothered Monique from day one. And that's probably why Monique brought that chick on there. Now, Monique wasn't prepared for how far Giselle would go for the get back. But that's what it is. Yeah, she always been a hater on Monique. Always. Now see, here go Angie. Why would you want Mellow Yellow where you could have Dr. Pepper? Child, y'all better save me.
Dr. Pepper, this is the taste.
Look here. You feel like hollering at a couple of our cousins if they want to pop up?
Yeah, I can't stay too long though. Come on.
We'll do one or two of y'all if you got something to say. We're going to go ahead and shoot it out.
And it should have been you and me.
All right. We got it out there. But like I say, this episode was entertaining. If it wasn't nothing else, it was entertaining.
If you had to rate it on 1 to 10, what would it be?
I would get this one like an 8.5.
Really? Oh, wow. That's high.
I'll give it an 8.5 because it had a lot of moving parts. And I kind of judge it based on, you know, how many notes I had to make. And I had to make a lot of notes for this one.
Okay.
I'll give it
a 5. I give it a 5. I didn't like it.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed trying to keep up with it. And see, for me, the enjoyment of a show is not based on whether I like everything that happens, because I cannot like what's happening in a show and still, you know, enjoy that it was something there for me to even talk about, something for me to even latch on to. Because you know, and I know it's a whole lot of times, hey, Rosalie, it's a whole lot of times that they don't even have nothing for us to talk about. Like, we got to start breaking down their character. You know, their characters and the different layers to their personas and their relationships.
And did you see? I need to really see what's going on with Ashley because she likes to pull. Ashley, I believe is 75. If her and Robin took that test, she like 75. She higher than
So
Robin
you basically
on the
saying the
test.
girl is a, so you saying
And
she's a quadroon.
yes, she is, and she turning into a Karen on that bus with G. I need to see what's going on because G do be going over there, so I
Yeah,
need to really see what's going on. I really
that
need to see what's
preview
going
was
on,
a
but you know
trip.
how she.
And she was like, "Well, I'm over here, and if you could just stay over there." He said, "Oh, I'm gonna stay over here, but I'm gonna." He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna let you stay over there, but I'm gonna talk about you." And I was like, all right, G, come through."
Laying
Mm-mm.
in my bed, in my bed, in my bed, hey,
It
any
was a
other
trip. So I
night.
think the preview was interesting too. And they went to talking about Chris's genitals. I don't know who
I'm
thought that
tired
was.
of it. I'm
I'm
tired of it.
tired
I
of that.
look. I'm
All
about to
the
throw
vulgar
up.
conversations. Hey, Nia Lecky. Thank you for the super chat. She says, I feel like Giselle and Robin are starting to feel bad because they went to war for Candace. Now they are seeing she has problems. Her and me are both wrong in this situation. Thank you for the super chat, darling. Thank you for supporting the stream. I'm going to say this. I feel like Giselle and Robin basically used Candace and now they flipping on her. I don't think they feel bad, but I definitely totally agree with you that they both wrong in this situation. Like I don't see no angels in this one. Hey, Just Jules JG
Hey,
say
just
for
Jules
we need to go.
JG. Thank you for the super chat the other day. I really appreciate it.
That's my sweetie pie. Say I would say that Mia gives to UNCF. Well, I mean that's nice. That's real nice, but she's not a nice lady. Not from what we seeing here. Now maybe if she got something else behind the scenes, then that's different. But I don't know. I'm just not for it. But yeah, have I said say right. They use Candace. They used Candace to get Monique. I think when they came on last season, the plan was to get Candace. But when everything fell like it did, they was like, well, let's just put Monique on Candace. We'll all jump on Candace. But then the situation got volatile so fast, and Monique popped. So it was like, well, dang, we can't get Candace this time. Let's just get Monique. And now they're
No,
gonna
they
get
got
Candace.
it was get Candace. It was get Candace, but and they used Candace is right because what happened was Candace was at the meeting in Beverly Hills.
Right.
Candace was at the meeting and she went back and told Karen, and Karen told Monique. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And she wasn't supposed to. Candace wasn't supposed to go tell her. But even if the thing with Candace and she has to take accountability and fault in that is that even if me and my friend was beefing, if these girls was planning on putting this on the show about you, I would have had to just tell my friend.
Yeah, I would have told her flat out, but they wasn't really in a good place because
But this
Candace,
is gonna be on. This is gonna be on. This is gonna be forever. This is gonna be
I
on the show.
understand that, but still, I still don't discount nobody's feelings. Candace, again, I hate to defend her, but she was in a bad place with Monique. So it's like we not close. So I don't want to talk to you, but I'm gonna tell somebody to go bring it to you. I don't hate your guts, but I'm not finna talk to you. So let me make sure you find out what's about to go down. So I feel like that's the least you can do. If I don't really do you, but I think somebody about to hurt you, but I don't hate you, I might send a message too. Like I don't talk to that hooker, but let her know them people finna kick in her door. I'll do that for you. So I understood that. But what I didn't like was I get how she felt, but I didn't understand. I felt like she was wrong for how she felt about Monique then. Candace picked the wrong fights. She fall for the wrong stuff. She picked the wrong fights. She really didn't need to be falling out with Monique. They should have been all right. But I feel like that was by design, and that was Giselle and Robin them because they wanted her to be mad with Monique. And they definitely were mad because Monique was trying to just get over it and be cool with Ashley. And she was like, "Oh, she was talking about you too." And then everybody want to have a fit about Monique showing them text messages. But again, I felt like Monique was within her rights. If you say I said something I didn't say, oh, you better know I'm finna put you out there. Everybody finna see what you said. so that way they can see what I said too. So I feel like Candace being childish sometimes has really come back to bite her on her behind. And now, like I said, they was gonna try to get her last season, but Monique just fell into their lap and they went all in, and she thought they was on her side when really it was just, we'll get her now, but we'll get you later. And I guess now is later. Later than came. Straight up. Well, you say you give it a 5. You couldn't even give them a 7. Nothing. Gabor, a 5.
Give him a 5. I ain't like it.
You ain't like it. Diana D say they know that Candace is reckless and over emotional to do their dirty work. She can't stay calm. I still say put Dorothy on the show. Let Candace be a friend that pop up every now and then. That's really all we need from her. Hold on. Let me see the cash apps. Hey Vanessa, this is from Vanessa Comagate. Thank you for the cash app. She say this is toward Giselle's hotel room. Okay, got it. And
thank you for the cash app, Miss Cheryl Thomas. I appreciate it.
Yes, and Cheryl Thomas, thank you so much for the cash app. She said, because I love you. We love you right back. Well, listen, y'all. We done beat this horse till it's dead and stinking. All the flies and nets is going around. I'm not even gonna mention Robin because she just put the fruit. She put that too low, and I can't touch it. Wait a minute. Somebody find
Oh, thank you, Vanessa. Thank you for the super chat, Vanessa Wilson. I appreciate it.
Takesha, you got to close your browser window, baby. You echoing. I'm sorry that y'all got to hear my bad voice, but I sure can't hear it back. This voice is killing me. You got it? Sis, you got it? Oh, she gone. Come on back, Takesha. Cheryl, thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate the support, love. I appreciate it. Kimber Monique, you say, hey, family girl, you just getting here. Where did Takesha go? Takesha, come back. We talking about Potomac. You ain't watching tonight? Hold on, let's see what Red Label say. Say, I think Candy is jealous of Monique and Ashley's situation. Candy wants a supportive husband and children, but she don't want that with Chris. Now that's the weirdest. That is the weirdest situation. This your husband. You jealous of people with husbands and children, but you don't want the husbands and the children. Oh, child. I know. That was you, right? Gotcha. I don't know where Takesha went. Oh, hey, there she go.
Still echoing?
Hey, sister, you back?
It's still echoing.
I don't know where yeah, I can still hear you. Do you have me open on a browser?
I don't have you on the browser though.
Well, are you on your phone?
I'm on my phone.
You probably gonna have to like pause the other screen because it's still playing in the background.
Let me pause it.
On your phone? Okay. Say something now. Takesha. Okay. Say something now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, but we can also hear me in the background.
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you. I can just still hear me in the background. Yeah, but we can also hear me in the background.
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you. I can just still. It wasn't working, y'all. It wasn't working. SS say she need them headphones. I realize that sometimes the headphones are what really keep that from happening. But Gabor, what's your summary overall of this episode and what you think about what's coming next?
I just feel like everybody, is Candace against the world on the show.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't really get a chance to. I only saw that little clip with G and Ashley. I didn't really see a lot of the next episode. But wait a minute. Yeah, I did. Yes, I did. I seen Giselle them trying to leave. Don't nobody care.
Right.
G and Ashley look like Ashley now. I don't know what Ashley on here doing, but I really need to see because you know how she like to play. Her husband could offend everybody, and every time he touching on somebody, it's a game and it's a joke. You know what I'm saying? But baby, she like to cry for And what else? I don't want to see no brown dick.
No,
I don't. Wait. I don't want to see that brown dick.
Oh. But yeah, it was just so disturbing. So I don't know. Like I don't know when it came down to you got to say something completely vile and vulgar, and then that's television or entertainment. Because I was not entertained. Corinne, thank you so much for the super chat. She said Karen tickled me tonight. She had me laughing so much. I really enjoyed the show. Thank you so much for the support, sis. It was the whole teabag conversation was kind of funny, but I kind of cringed. I don't know. But Karen had her funny moments. She did have a little funny moments now. She did.
Well,
I'm not comfortable with all the lowbrow jokes and conversation, and I feel like that happened because Mr. G came in with that. Being real. Overall, what I'm going to say is I enjoyed the episode because there was a lot of moving parts. There was a lot of action. There was never a dull moment. I enjoyed seeing the tension and seeing the hypocrisy play out. I did not enjoy watching them give pep talks to somebody who's fake crying with luncheon meat on their face. It was nice to see the men have camaraderie, even though they women was acting up and acting crazy. And I was kind of overseeing Chris Bassett try to be a diva and storm out of a restaurant when when his wife was defending him, and that's what caused Ashley to really get what she wanted. And I was over Ashley trying to find a moment in somebody else's argument. So it was a lot going on. I ain't gonna say I didn't enjoy it. I absolutely did not hate it at all. But overall, decent show. I'm ready for next season. While they on the boat, I did find it interesting that Ashley's like, I'm getting ready to go sunbathe and pump. Every 2 minutes, she's pumping and putting it on camera. And then she finally got a conversation about it. So hopefully once she gets the conversation, we'll be able to stop seeing her boobs every 2 minutes. And I think that's what she was doing on the bus when Mr. G was like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? So we'll see. I think she finally got somebody to take the bait with her pumping every 2 seconds. Because I just don't think that's how that goes. I don't really know. So let me not say. But I don't think you have to do it as much as she's doing it. Or maybe production is just being careful to make sure every chance they get, they're putting it on camera. It's just real. It's a lot. But I did enjoy the episode. It was a lot. Even when it's things that I don't like, I enjoy the tension and the fact that the episode had all those moving parts. So I thought that was pretty cool. Any closing words for the folks before we let them go to bed? Because we know they got work in the morning.
No, I got to get ready too.
Okay, well, if
y'all have a nice weekend, everybody.
Okay. Well, if that be the case and all hearts are clear, we're going to let y'all take it to bed. I appreciate you so much. If y'all have already hit that like button, I want to thank you from the bottom of my little bitty heart. And if you hadn't, please hit the like button on your way back out the door. I appreciate y'all. Y'all thank my brother Gabor for hanging with us tonight. Thank you all for being here. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Join channel membership if you like. We'll be happy to have you, and we will holler at y'all tomorrow at Crown Chat. Good night, everybody.
Good night.